Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we have another edition of This War of Mine. And we have an interesting thing here. A lot of these places are now grayed out, and it says can't get there due to fighting. So the fighting is finally spread. And I'm not sure. Shelled School, yes, it is available. I was worried about that. So we can go there and get the lots of food that is there. So, guard, bed, um, bed, and scavenge. I would really love him to stop being sick. He's been sick since the beginning of the game. He's just not getting better. I gave him meds. That didn't make him any better. He's been slightly wounded forever, too. So it would be nice to get this. I don't see any new locations. I just see locations we can't go to. But we planned on going to our shelled school anyway. So let's get going. So he's our scavenger. Let's go. We need food. We need the saw blade. I'm hoping that it works for us. I'm not really worried about lockpicks this time around, but I am worried about a shovel. So let's go ahead and get scavenging. Again, I have no idea how the saw blade works, so hopefully we can figure that out in this scavenging mission. Okay, so as per usual, I'd like to use this as our hand-to-hand weapon. All right, let's get in here, and let's get to where we need to use our saw blade. I think most of the places that I think this is we have to go around the other side or something. Yeah, this is boarded up. So what we need to do is we need to go around to the other side and then cut through. I think if I remember correctly, that's what we need to do. Otherwise, this place was pretty well looted. I'm sure there's places that we can still get stuff, but for now, I'm just going to focus on where we couldn't get to before. Like there's something here. I'm going to go ahead and look at what it is. Because there very well may be components and stuff we just couldn't take last time. Yeah, I'm not taking electrical components. Alright, so looks like saw blade is what we need. We have one. I'm hoping it's not just a one-use item. Alright, but it looks like we're going to get through. I want to look, though, after it's done to see if we still have a saw blade. It looks like it said this item is broken. So saw blades are one-use items. And then if we don't get anything here... Okay, all of these look good, so I'm going to take them. Although they're mostly trading goods. Let's see here. We did get coffee. Alright, so, Mom, it's terrible. A girl I knew was shot today by a man called Sniper. Okay. I can't believe I won't see her again. She was such a kind girl. What did she do to this Sniper? They turned off the electricity, and the teacher said we would have to stay in school a little longer today. I don't know why. I want to see you and Dad already. At least they promised to bring you this letter. Will you come and take me home? Alright, that's depressing, as usual. Okay, that is not what I wanted to see. That is not lots of food. That is bad. So we may have to steal from hobos or something. I don't know. Did we switch to the shovel? I don't remember telling it to switch to the shovel. Alright, so we got through this door, so now it's open. Alright, let's go back to our backpack. I want this to be our weapon. Alright, so some of those items we got are good items because they're like rarer items, but they're not good items in the fact that... And I think there's another thing that we can saw through here, but that saw blade only lasted us one thing, so that's bad. And if we don't get components here, I think we're in trouble. If I remember correctly, though, these homeless guys are not really a threat. So let's just ignore them, and let's look for what we need. If I remember correctly, though, that one place over here, we need a saw blade, so that's not good. And I'm not sure why these places for hiding are here, but it's probably because there is a possibility. Okay, so that's stealing. Alright. Apparently electrical components is what we have, so I might as well just start taking them if that's all I'm going to encounter. So this may be where all the food is, and it looks like we need a saw blade to get that. So unfortunately we chose poorly with our saw blade which one we were going to open. But I didn't really know how the saw blades worked, so that's the other side of things. I don't think their fridge had anything, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, yes it does. Okay. Gonna drop the electrical components. And just take as much of this as I can carry. And if I remember correctly, we need a lot of boards too. So, sorry coffees and cigarettes, but I think you may have to go bye-bye. Okay. That's as much as we can carry right now. The broken shotgun I almost want to get rid of because we already have a shotgun, but it may be worth it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop this one part to get 2 boards. One more. Okay. Alright, so that's not a bad haul. This was where food was before last time we were here, but I don't think it's going to be there anymore. I think the booze is a valuable trade item, so it may be worth dropping something to get it. But the problem is, everything else here is probably a good trade item too. So yeah. I am still looking for food. Even though I don't think I'm going to find any because I am fairly certain I searched this area. There might have been one place I didn't search because I was afraid how the hobos would act. Did I not do this? So no lift for someone. Okay, yeah, I already knew about that. Oh yeah, it's stealing, but it's right in front of them. So I didn't search that. So that's probably food, but I didn't take it last time because it was like it's right there. I'd have to essentially kill those guys to take it. So more wood. The herbal medicine is good, but again, we have some, and it's not like so important that I'd take that over something else. We probably need these 2. So what I'm thinking, I think we probably got enough wood. We're going to leave the broken shotgun, and I'm going to take the parts, because I think those we probably need more. And other than that, I think we're done. This place is worth probably coming back to. Let's go this way. I don't know if we search this 100%. This place is probably worth coming back to, but again, we're going to need yet another saw blade. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big haul there. Alright, so there is a reason to come back here. It just, we didn't get any food, which is what I would have preferred to see. But we would have had to steal it to get it. So let's get out of here. I'll just have him run to exit. We got a good haul of components and stuff. We just didn't get any food. I would have preferred to see that, and we didn't get it. May cause this to be a little problematic as far as food is concerned, because that was a lot of that scavenge mission was counting on that pulling out food for me. So we're on to day 11. And this is where it may start to fall apart. Alright, so we got stuff. We didn't get raided. Pavel's gonna get up. Yeah, we have 1 food. And we're going to have the people that need to sleep, sleep. And the people that don't need to sleep are going to get up. And now we have to ask ourselves who is going to get the food. And it sounds like probably Marco will. So Bruno's going to cook it, but this unfortunately did not pay off for us at all. I wonder if, depending on what you choose, determines how likely that is to happen. So I am going to do a couple of tasks here. First, I'm going to make a axe. Probably was better to use somebody else to do that. Okay, Marco, I'd like you to... Gosh dang it. I'd like you to sleep. Sometimes it's kind of hard to select these guys without using the portrait. I guess I could use him to make fuel while I'm waiting on the other guy. Alright, we'll burn a book again. And see, we can now cut up furniture. So that's what Pavel's going to be doing while Bruno cooks a meal for Marco. Because he's our scavenger. That's pretty much the main reason that's happening. So we're going to go ahead and make that. And I'm hoping that we had a trader, so that's probably it for that. And Marco, just go ahead and get up and eat this and then go back to bed. Oh, we got somebody at the door. Okay, so Marco... Oh, wow, look at the fuel. We didn't need to burn that after all. So I'm gonna... Wow, that's a ton. Okay, Bruno, you go to the door. Everybody's hungry. Okay, you, except for Marco, who's the only one that got any food. Looks like we can even cut up things we probably wouldn't want to cut up. Alright, we're going to go have Pavel cut this up now. Okay, Bruno. Alright. What do you want? Hello again. How are you doing? Thanks to your help, all the wounded recovered and went back to their homes. One of them still needs bandages, though, and I've run out. Could you spare any? I don't have any, so I can't help you. I hope nobody gets depressed over that, but that's the situation. I didn't have any bandages myself. Okay, so Bruno, I'm going to have you... Yeah, we're out of food. That's not good. And then Amelia, I'm just going to have you come over here and get ready to chop stuff up. And Bruno... after Pavel is done here, he's going to probably rest so we can try and recover him. Alright, we got yet more food and, not food, wood and fuel, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for a while. We're just chopping up furniture. And you know what this might do is actually allow us to board stuff up. So let's see what we were needing for that. Okay, yeah, you're going to get that. It'd be nice if we got components out of this too. But unfortunately it doesn't seem like we do. But this is really setting us up on the wood situation. But now we're like desperate for food. Like badly desperate. So yeah, it looks like we can do that. I'm going to make it. And I'm not really sure how you use it. Oh, I guess he just randomly picks a place to board up. Okay, and Amelia, you're going to do that. Yeah, I know you need food. So a lot of this furniture chopping is allowing us to secure ourselves better, is pretty much what that's doing. And, you know, Marco, while you're doing this, I want you to take more meds so that you have a possibility of getting better. And we're going to grab that, and that's pretty much the haul for that, as far as that's concerned. So let's board up more stuff, if we can. See, I'm not sure if that takes care of everything, but it looks like it boards up like the holes. So it looks like we have a couple more holes. So, alright, so now you can go sleep. Okay. I want to board up more. Let's see. Yeah. Although it may be worth our resources to do some of these other things. I'm going to do that anyway. And Marco, yeah, go sleep. Marco? Go sleep. Amelia. I'm going to have make other things for us here. Let's see what else we can make. Okay. The garden. Alright, so that's for that. We can prepare meds, bandages, and low-quality roll-up cigarettes. We can upgrade it to make real meds and quality. Okay. Moonshine still. That's for making booze. We need, I think, sugar for that. Nobody made water, which we may not have enough time for now. Yeah, we're not going to have enough time for that, but At least we'll get on it. Okay, well, let's see what else we got. It seems like it's cheap enough that it might be worth it. Because then we can make our own bandages and medicine. I don't know what you need for the bandages, though. Let's see what our situation here is for upgrading this metal workshop. So that's going to take a lot of supplies. What about our stove? Alright, that's too late. Alright, well that's going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.